When James Harden got traded to the Brooklyn Nets, almost everyone, including myself, thought that he would have taken a step back, since he would be playing with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, who are two of the best scorers in the league. But since coming to Brooklyn, Harden has been playing some of the best basketball of his career, putting up some of the best numbers in the whole league. And on top of that, the Brooklyn Nets have been playing well as one of the better teams in the league, as they have a top 5 record in the league. So in today's video, I'll be giving 5 reasons why I believe James Harden could win the MVP. Before we get into the video, I ask you to drop a like on this video to help my channel grow, and subscribe to my channel if you want weekly NBA videos and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and comment on this video to start a conversation with me as I respond to all of my comments, and play that intro. The first reason I think James Harden could win the MVP is because, to me, if Kevin Durant was healthy this whole season, Harden would have little to no chance of winning the MVP, since it's rare for a player to win the MVP on a super team, and him playing well simply wouldn't be as impressive, since he would be playing with two of the best scorers in the league. But now, he's only playing with one of them. Also, Kevin Durant is just a better player than James Harden, and he would be the best player on that team. And in the league, no one ever wins the MVP unless you're, no question, undoubtedly the best player on your team. And in my opinion, even if you wanted to argue that Harden is better than Durant, you can't undoubtedly say it, but you can say Kevin Durant is clearly better than James Harden. Also, if KD was healthy and playing, don't forget that he was averaging 30 points before his injury, so he would be taking a lot of shots and taking the ball away from Harden, which would make his stats worse. So to me, Kevin Durant being injured for the last few weeks is the biggest reason we're even considering Harden as an MVP candidate. The second reason I think James Harden could win the MVP is the fact that since joining the Brooklyn Nets, Harden has played some of the best basketball of his career, as he's been averaging 26 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds while shooting 46% from the field and 36% from 3. These are numbers that stack up well against every other player in the league, as he's leading the league in assists and he's still putting up 26 points on very good efficiency. To win the MVP, you have to put up elite numbers, and Harden has just been doing that. The third reason I think James Harden could win the MVP is because the Nets have been one of the best teams in the whole league, and you can't win the MVP unless you're on a very good team. Unless you're 2017 MVP Russell Westbrook, who put up historic numbers, but even I would argue that he shouldn't have gotten that MVP. Ironically, it probably should have went to James Harden. But to stay on topic, unless you're a top 3 seed in your conference or a top 5 team in the league, you probably aren't winning the MVP. But luckily for Harden, the Nets are currently the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference, and they have the 4th best record in the whole league, as they have a 31-15 record, which I believe is on pace for 55 or more wins. 55 wins if it was a normal season, I mean. So Harden is on a team that is better than most of the other MVP candidates, which will help his chances of winning drastically. The fourth reason I think James Harden could win the MVP is because he has something that other MVP candidates don't have, and that is an MVP storyline. And since it's the media who's voting for the award, for some reason, having a really good storyline matters. And in my opinion, Harden arguably has the best storyline, as his storyline is the fact that he left Houston and no one thought he would fit well with other stars, and everyone thought he was a selfish player. But now he's not only playing great, but he's winning as well. That's a very strong storyline, and I think it could really help him win the MVP. But to conclude the video, I think there's a legitimate chance that Harden could win the MVP, and in the current rankings, I actually have him at number 3, and you could even argue number 2 since Embiid is injured. But nonetheless, there's a real chance Harden could win the MVP this season, and winning it would shut up a lot of Harden haters and his doubters. Also, getting an MVP would do wonders for Harden's career, as I think it would firmly put him as a top 4 shooting guard in the league, in league history. and I think it would undoubtedly put him above Allen Iverson 100% if he wasn't before, which in my opinion he was. And even if he wins an MVP, it could help people argue that he's better than Dwayne Wade, but I would disagree, since Dwayne Wade had one of the best finals performances ever, and he won a championship as the best player on his team, while Harden hasn't even made it to the finals as the best player on his team. But nonetheless, an MVP would really help James Harden's legacy. Anyways guys, that's it for the video. Let me know if you think James Harden will win the MVP. Drop a like on this video to help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel throughout weekly NBA videos and tell me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. And comment on this video to start a conversation with me as I respond to all of my comments. And I'm out.